Ratchet, can you hear me? I am communicating with you from a containment cell nearby. You will soon be forced to compete in an underground combat sport called Dread Zone. We will do our best to assist you. Al will serve as your technology specialist, and I will operate as your mission control engineer. Ratchet, there is more you should know about the sport of Dread Zone. It began as an illegal combat sport in the Shadow Sector, but it has rapidly become the most popular reality holovid show ever. Regrettably, you are their newest contestant. As you have noticed, they have fastened devices around our necks called deadlocked collars. If we refuse to obey our captors, these collars will be detonated. This is the standard issue Dread Zone battle gear. Unfortunately, it was not designed for contestants with tails, so it may be a little uncomfortable at first. You will be challenged by a group of antagonists known as exterminators. They are ruthless gladiators who are specially trained to defeat even the most accomplished heroes in the galaxy. Ace Hardlight is the most feared of the exterminators. Ace was once a hero himself, but after joining Dread Zone, he now takes sick pleasure in humiliating and defeating other heroes. This is Gleeman Vox, creator of Dread Zone. You will soon face dangers unlike anything we have seen before. You will have help, though. Al has modified 2 combat bots that will provide you with plenty of firepower and gadget support. They are more advanced and smarter than the Galactic Rangers who fought with us in our last adventure. Ratchet, I have programmed a simulation of how you can best use your combat bots. You can do battle through the entire Dread Zone tournament with either your combat bots or a friend. Dread Zone rules allow for a new way to upgrade your weapons. Each weapon can be configured with a very large number of modifications, and these modifications completely change the way the weapon works. When you compete with an ally, Ratchet, your partner can customize his set of weapons completely differently. Ratchet, these are your dual machine guns. This is a rocket launcher. Dread Zone will also provide you with several combat vehicles. You also will be competing with many enemies and allies beyond the Shadow Sector. By logging on to the internet, Dread Zone contestants will experience the chaotic firepower of tournament combat from their own domiciles. You will be able to choose from among 5 modes in the deadlocked online world, including a deeper version of Siege mode called Conquest. There are also node upgrades, which provide a sense of progression and greater ownership. Conquest mode will also feature weapons modifications. Online contestants will be able to customize their weapons in multiplayer mode. In addition to the new modes, every battlefield you encounter in your solo adventure is going to be fully playable in the online universe. This will be your most intense challenge yet, Ratchet, but I do believe you're well equipped to handle it. You will have to compete ferociously, and Dread Zone announcers will portray you as an evil menace, but I know that the real Ratchet is underneath the armor, and that you are a true hero.
Tonight, on a very special episode of Dread Zone, intergalactic heroes Ratchet and Clank are reunited once again. But will this famous duo have what it takes to survive the dangers that await them in the deadly meteor temple of Shar?
Ratchet, hack those security orbs to activate the bridge. This is the weapon customization screen. Here, you can individually configure each of your weapons. To modify a weapon, select the weapon you want and press X. Then, select either the Omega or Alpha mod tab. You can choose any available mod on the list to equip on...
The action has begun, folks! The wind is blowing and the snow is falling. This is perfect sauna weather.
Typical, since you're full of hot air.
Yeah, stick to the straight stuff, babe. Leave the comedy to me. The temple has been divided into 3 sections, separated by impenetrable force fields. To advance, Team Darkstar will have to cut the power to the force fields.
The Landstalker is armed with dual-linked machine guns and a plasma mortar launcher.
Explosions, the gunfire, the carnage. This is Dread Zone, folks!
The next set of nodes have been cleverly concealed beneath these priceless stone carvings.
Here at Dreadzone, we're serious about historical preservation. Future generations will look back at recordings of Dreadzone to see these historic sites blown up in high-definition video.
Automatically upgrades your Dreadzone weaponry and improves your maximum nanotech level.
This time, Ratchet is dropped into the thick of the action with no weapons. Whoops! Keep your eyes peeled, though. There are weapon crates placed throughout the zone. Some maximum vehicular destruction. Drive hard and blast everything in sight.